Welcome to Planet Pluto.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. Whoop, whoop. Tango, tango, tango. Hey, hey. Guess what? What's happening, good people? Y'all know who it is. I move my camera over, right? It's me, your homegirl, Ladosha, Wright, a.k.a. Key Lolo, coming to you live and direct. That's right. Live and direct from Cleveland, Ohio, not the Boogie Down. I wish I was coming live and direct from the Boogie Down, but I'm not. I'm coming live and direct from Cleveland, Ohio. And then right over there, y'all know who it is, right? It is the one and only Cheryl Morrow, a.k.a. the What's happening, Blacks? How y'all doing out there? We are officially 92 episodes in, and I'm telling you right now, if nails is your thing, and I hope it is, it best to be, because we have the ultimate nail arts maven. Miss Angie's going to be coming through, getting ready to join us. Finally, it's been a long time. We are actually live on all 4 platforms. We have made it to Instagram. What up, IG?
We got it together.
Hey, IG, it wasn't us. I know y'all like, how y'all gonna be going live and we can't see y'all? What's going on? It's not us. What's going on, Miss J Brown? What's going on, Grammy 1104? How you doing? How you doing?
I love that name.
Yeah. So we just had some technical difficulties, like Alicia Keys. Do the difficulties. Oh, that was all good. All right. Anywho, Unbreakable. I used to be the jail. Remember that, Cheryl?
Oh yeah.
That used to be the Jizam, Miss Alicia Keys. So we're ready. We're gonna have a wonderful discussion tonight. All about nail art. Now, in case you guys are not aware, every month we have a theme. In this summer, our theme for the month of July. Let me get it here. There it is. It's all about nails. So we started off with some business. Today we're going to talk about art. Next week we're going to talk about care, and then we're going to have a new nail tech who's going to talk about her experience as a new nail tech. But again, tonight we're going to be bringing in the one and only Miss Angee, and so she is her expertise is nail art, and this is something that like we talked about the last time, cosmetologists, we just pretty much focus on hair, but our license does afford us to do hair, skin, and nails. However, there's levels to this. Wouldn't you say so, Cheryl?
Big time.
It's big time levels to this. So what Angee can do, I can't do. Now, I did do a reel to invite people to come in and join us. It's over on YouTube, and it's also on Facebook. And it's I kind of tricked them up, like, I could do something, but y'all know I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So Angee is going to help us out. If you are a nail technician and you're wondering, well, how y'all gonna help us? Now, remember, Planet Pluto Pseudo, this particular platform is specifically for licensed professionals in the industry. So the YouTube channel is Afro Hair Science YouTube channel, but Cheryl is a cosmetic trichologist, and I am a cosmetologist, aka home girl. Okay. And so we want this platform to be well-rounded. And so we didn't want to just talk about hair all the time. So we do have nail professionals in our industry who support this channel. And so it's only fair and only right that we bring on a nail technician, people who specialize in this. Next month, we're going to talk with makeup artists and estheticians, so you guys can really get some support in your career, because this is America's favorite podcast about Afro hair, and no other platform is going to bring it to you like we're going to bring it to you tonight. Ain't that right, Cheryl?
Look, we're going to bring it.
And so we're going to break this nail stuff down. I got my nails did because I wasn't going to come on here like, Dosha, what's up with your nails? Okay. So I want to make, Angee like, well, how y'all gonna talk about nails and y'all nails is all like, we kind of vain, you know what I'm saying? So, so sure. What is there something about nails that gets you like, do you get your nails did? Next thing you know, you get the hair and the nails done.
It's a complete look. And especially as we, are beautifying our customers and clientele, we need to make sure that we have the complete package.
Okay.
And
all right.
we work with our hands. We take care of our hands. I take care of my hands. You take care of your hands.
Oh, girl, I'm in the vain business. Any excuse to be cute, I'm down. I'm down. So yeah, so that's what it's all about.
What color did you get? Because I go by my mood.
Well, I have pink, and then I have some. What is this? Like some turquoise. My little bootleg. I'm not nail artsy like Angee. Angee, I'm just gonna give y'all a sneak preview.
I've been trying to get one look.
Maybe Angie's gonna be able. I'm just gonna show you. Y'all kind of thirsty. I can tell by the way people come in the chat. Like, let me see what she can do. I'm gonna show y'all what she can do right here. Bam! There it is, right there. Now that's. Oh, that's
wait. She got that Miami.
Oh, she got that Shamalama. Sham. That's that body slammer.
Well, wait, then she got a little art on the fingers.
Oh yeah, this girl. She's bad. That girl good. That girl good. She know what she's doing. Okay. Good. Now this is what we try. We bring y'all the experts. Okay, so it's really important that we cover this. Nail situation.
Okay, so we got a little frost. We got a little frost, and then she got the matte.
Oh yeah, she ain't playing. And look at them cuticles. Do they still say fleek? If y'all still say fleek in the chat, put a laughing emoji in the chat. Yeah, them nails is on fleek right there. It's color me bad. I mean, she got the nice little.
That's that art, that Miami Vice.
Yeah, it's just
dope. They don't know about that.
You can't even see her nail. It's just like she just placed it on
she
there.
got a little frosted background.
Yeah, it's just
then she got a little Afro kind of motif, African motif. Okay.
It's like.
Are we becoming the nail critics?
Yeah, we are, but we don't do this stuff. Okay,
so keyword of nails.
Yeah. Now, if you are into nails, and I know you guys are gonna want to know a lot of things like what type of brushes does she use, what type of products, any type of education does she offer. So we're gonna be able to do all of that for you guys tonight. So what we're gonna have everybody to do is y'all can drop some hand clap emojis in the chat, and I'm gonna put my little sound together. Let me find my little sounds right quick. I got a little picture of her right here. There she go right there. She fine too. Y'all know we do not bring ugly people on here. Now all the ugly people be quiet.
Tiana Taylor, something kind of.
Oh yeah, she's fine. She's fine. Yeah, she look good. So the art of nail art, featuring Ms. Angee. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be good. So let's just put our hands together, Cheryl. Come on now. You know what we gotta do. We ask y'all to do it every single time. You're gonna take your left hand and your right hand, and you're gonna put it together. Don't be shy, and let's get ready to bring in Miss Angee. All right, here we go. Come on, y'all. Let's get them going. Come on, Instagram. I see y'all. We can see y'all over there, Instagram. Go and put y'all hands together like the OJs.
Hands together.
You don't even know who the OJs is. One more time for Miss Angee. Here
put your hands together.
Bam, there she is. I told y'all the girl was fine. Y'all didn't want to believe. One more time.
Thank you.
There she goes. Absolutely wonderful. We were having all kind of technical difficulties trying to get that sound right. Now we don't hear nothing. Y'all notice that? Before we went live, it was all like. But I blew that bad breath on that mic. That's like some simple chronic halitosis.
Oh yeah, got it straight.
You got even simple chronic halitosis is good for something. It will warm up a mic, okay? So thank you so much, Miss Angee, for agreeing to come on to the America's favorite podcast about Afro hair. So we appreciate you so much. How's your evening going?
You're welcome. It's going really good. Nice and quiet.
Nice and quiet. She is so gorgeous.
Thank you.
That's gorgeous. So the beautiful thing, she is just as gorgeous as these nails that she does. Okay.
Okay. So how did we do with our little critique of the picture?
Really good. I like that you noticed the cuticles because that is one of my pet peace. I don't care how good the art and all of that looks. If those cuticles are tore down, I mean, I make nail contact before I make eye contact. When people like approach me or I approach, the first thing I do is I look at their hands.
Okay. My sister is a teeth person. She always wanna, she goes straight for the teeth. I'm like,
she goes straight for the grill.
right. She goes to the grill like me. I'm so, I'm like, is he ugly or she ugly?
But I have to agree.
You ain't got.
Wait.
Nails too?
Okay, what did you call it? You go nail what now?
I make nail contact before I make eye contact.
Nail contact instead of eye before you do
eye. And it's funny now. She's gonna be like, "Why you put my business out there?" The other thing she does, she looks at nails, and if the nails are like bit like all the way down, she is just I'm like, girl, boy, they might work with their hands, but look at this, Angee.
That is not an excuse.
This may be before your time, but are you like Joan Crawford with wire hangers?
Sounds familiar, but
so she didn't want wire hangers in her closet, so she was just you like no bad cuticles for you, no bad cuticles.
Oh no, nope.
Okay, so you look at the nails. So what I would like to do before we hop into this wonderful discussion, now if you have any questions about nail art in particularly and nail care, then tonight is the night for you. What's going on, Miss Petra? How you doing? Welcome to the Afro Hairstyles YouTube channel. We have the lovely Miss Angee here who's going to be discussing nail art, and this podcast is specifically for nail techs, nail junkies, nail art people, nail designers, all this, that, and the third. Okay. Now, whether you do it or you're just looking to get it done, because we're going to cover this from both angles. All right. So let's get into it, and let me go right into her bio. Okay. Now I'm going to read it because this reads pretty good. I'm just going to mute this mic right quick. All right. Okay. So here we go. Meet Angee. All right. An advanced manicurist specializing in acrylic enhancements and creative nail art. With a background as a former salon owner, she brings expertise and passion for beauty to each client. We're talking customization, guys. A dedicated mother of three. She looked like she just turned 15, but I ain't gonna say nothing. A dedicated mother of three, Angee expertly balances family life with her love for nail design, crafting unique looks that celebrate individuality. Known for her attention to detail. She already told you about them cuticles. She'll get you, okay? Known for her attention to detail and commitment to client satisfaction, she transforms everyday nails into stunning works of art, ensuring everyone leaves feeling beautiful and inspired. We can follow her on Instagram at colorme.me.bad. I'm going to put her IG handle in the chat, and it is one of those pages I can tell you right now that once you start scrolling, you're going to be there. So her work is just that good. So thank you again so very much. So we're gonna just kind of get this interview going and talk about your career as a nail tech and what led you to nail art specifically, as opposed to nail care and nail biting, nail disorders, things of that nature. We want to talk about what led you to nail art. So with that being said, share with the audience a little bit about who you are and why nail art. Oh, what? Hold on, lady.
Okay. So believe it or not, I struggled with nail art in the beginning of my career. It was the hardest thing for me. I know, right? Okay, so I'm going to, I kind of have to start with why I started doing nails first.
Okay.
I did not go to nail school until I was 28. I had my license for 2 years before I began to practice.
I'm sorry, we got to be ghetto. Your ass only 15. Now, how the hell you gonna say she 20?
I'm
Look
13.
at the chat. Everybody in the chat like 28. She just look like
I'm
Okay, we're
38.
sorry.
Okay. So I didn't have a clientele. I didn't do nails before I went to nail school or anything. I did my own nails. And I did my own nails because I did not like the way I would get them done. They would make them really wide and I have really small fingers. So I would go home and I would try to fix and try to fix. And so then I just kind of started doing my own from there. And I did my nails great, but I just did not have the confidence. I didn't feel like I could do other people's nails. So I did that for about 5 years before I went to nail school. And once I went because I figured out that it made me happy. I didn't know that I was unhappy.
You didn't.
So I was in a really really bad relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I was pregnant with my son, and I was going through a lot in the relationship. And I was sitting and I was doing my nails, and I just had like a light bulb went off. Like I just felt good, and that is what made me realize that I was so unhappy in the rest of my life. So like I said, I was pregnant with my second child, and when I went on maternity leave, I went to nail school.
Beautiful.
But I kind of I worked three part-time jobs and did nails for 2 years, so I wasn't fully practicing. Like I would just do nails, in between those shifts and in between those jobs, but my clientele wasn't building because I wasn't available consistently. And one day I just decided, like, you know what, I'm quitting all these jobs. Please try again.
Mm.
I had had my third child, and that was when I kind of sat down with myself and I said, you have to do it or you're not. My third child was 6 months, and I remember walking into the shop with her on my hip, and I found a space to work in, and I just said, this is it, and I've been going since. But nail art, I struggled because I'm an overthinker.
Mm.
And when people would come in and they would say, well, I want this, I would overthink it. And I would say, oh, I have to do this, or I have to do it exactly this way. And it would take me so long. And I just sometimes would feel so defeated. And that is where my most booked service comes in, freestyle full sets or fill ins. It's a freestyle, it's literally what I feel like doing. um and I found that my creativity comes from just me, like what I feel.
Mm.
And I just kind of, it would go from it went from there, and so then I felt more comfortable and confident. um and I was able to execute different techniques more confident because it was just like me. I wasn't trying to recreate, like duplicate. So I tell people all the time, I will recreate, but I will not duplicate.
Eh, y'all better write that down. You heard it right here first, live and direct on the. Look at Sarah. I'm writing that down. I don't know about what's up. Not this is what this podcast for. I don't care what business you in.
Mhm.
Hopefully you guys are taking notes. She says, I will recreate, but I will not duplicate. I think,
Yeah, so
girl, we got
and it just became easier to do it that way, and that's what worked for me. Now some people may work better with clear directions of this line, that line, and the other line, but because I'm a creative, and a lot of our creativity as, like, creatives, it comes from like our emotions and our feelings. So I don't know what that nail tech was feeling or what she was thinking when she made that design. I can't duplicate that, but I see it, I get the idea of it, and I know how I'm feeling. So I would go ahead and I would like recreate the designs, and it just kind of, went from there, and I just got better and better.
She said that with so much confidence. Did you hear that, Cheryl?
I am quite impressed.
Yeah.
I
Now, if you
but
could,
that
if you before
fair.
now remember, this particular podcast is for licensed professionals. Now, sure, she said something that was very poignant, and I want you to just
Yes.
kind of just exaggerate a little bit or expound. I'm sorry, not exaggerate. Expound upon it a little bit more. I'm getting a little excited here, and you got me all pumped and shit. You tell me I'm trying to calm my nerves. No, you got me all pumped. Okay. So she talked about um just being consistent and dedicated. Can you speak to those licensed professionals out there who are like, but I'm trying.
Not to get it done, but it do. You have to do it, and you have to take those bad days with those good days, like, because it'll go back. I'll go back to, there was one day, and I was taking walk-ins, and I worked at Foxy Jan's up at Lee and Harvard Plaza. I made $30. Okay, I had to buy a box of Pampers that was $27. On my way home, I bought those Pampers. I put the other $3 in my gas tank, and I lived on the west side. Okay. Got back to work the next day and made $400. So you have to take those good days. If I had to let that day that says, oh, you only made $30 today, make me not go the next day, I wouldn't have made that $400. I
Sure.
wouldn't have, and I met a lot of people just through, and you have to do the work. I did footwork, meaning I walked around the parking lot. I walked with my card. I passed it out to people, and I know now Instagram is a really good thing. Go live while you're practicing, interact. Those are things that I did in the beginning to build. Now I've made it to a point where I have my clientele. I'm happy with the clientele I have. And there are times when I will close my books and not really, because I have 3 children. We have
Three
practices,
beautiful children.
different things that I want to do with them. So I no longer dedicate my time like I did at one point in time. But I was in the shop sometimes until 1 a.m.
Mm.
And then I would go home, and then I would get back to it at 9 o'clock the next morning. So you have to put in the work, because what you put in is what you're going to get out.
All right, sure. You want to add to, her point about, what do you that excuse of I'm trying, but it's just not happening. She says no excuses, no matter what. She went back to that to the she went to work and only made 30. The Pampers was 27. Y'all know she ain't lying if you want to think about Pampers. She put the gas in her car. What else can you add to that to people who are like, I am really, really trying, and it is just not happening. I don't have the clientele. I don't know, add a little bit more to going that extra mile.
I have been a professional a long time, and I have not enjoyed listening to someone as much as Angee. It's rare, but I have to say that it just gives all of us really strong believers in this industry, in the beauty industry, just to hear someone um, describe their journey with such fullness. And so, no, I don't have anything to add.
To put on top of that, she said,
Hell,
she just, what's up, Shakespeare? How you doing with your handsome bootay? All right. And
right.
everybody over on Instagram, we appreciate you all so much
But I do
again.
have a question.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, in terms of, did you have any financial goals in the middle of it? Did you, in your mind, did you ever have someone to sit down, or yourself be able to calculate what it is that you wanted nails to generate in terms of revenue? Did you ever think about that in the middle of?
In the beginning, I did not. It was simply, I wanted to be able to take care of me and my children. I didn't want to go back to corporate America. In the beginning, that was my thought. As long as it paid my bills, I would get to, it would get greater later. And then once I was able to comfortably take care of myself and 3 children, it was like, okay, so what's the next goal? So my next goal is, because I did, everybody say nail tech shop hop. Okay, so I did shop hop a lot in the beginning. But it would simply be because if I was not happy where I was, I would not be able to provide good service. Because for me personally, my emotions and everything is tied very heavily to the work that I produce.
Can
So
you
if I
add a
was
little bit about like what environment could
Yeah,
make you
because
feel
that's
uncomfortable or not? And this is really important because, like I said,
very important.
this particular podcast is for professionals.
Mhm.
And so, of course, we're not poo-pooing on any salon, but just to help another nail tech or another professional in the
Or another
industry.
salon owner.
Yeah, so that we can and better. So what was kind of egging you and like, okay, this is it, so on and so forth.
Just unprofessional. Because I'm a very like kind of reserved. I like to just I like a good, comfortable environment. So anything certain music, if it's constantly being played, throughout the day, or um just some when I would notice that personalities just weren't meshing, and then I felt, because as a salon owner, I feel like you have to kind of nip certain things in the bud, and you set the tone for your salon. And when I would witness, like, if it's not, you're not checking it, and this is what you're okay with, that's perfectly fine, but the clientele that I wish to attract is not going to be okay with this. So then I would say, okay, well, I'm about 2 weeks, and in those 2 weeks I'm looking for another space. um and so I finally found a home in which I stayed when I went. I was there for a long time before I opened my own salon, and I modeled a lot of how I operated mine behind her, because it was very, very professional.
It's
I
wonderful.
learned a lot from her. I can honestly say that I grew under her.
That's
Um,
wonderful.
and so I
But
was able to take that knowledge that I got from her and move on into my own space, and
Mm.
create that same, the I call it the old school salon vibes, where you know everybody, I didn't have a revolving door stylist. Everybody that came when I opened, they stayed until I closed. Um, Same rotation of clients on Saturdays, same rotation on Fridays, and everyone built a relationship, and just, some clients networked off of each other. Or if this stylist didn't perform this service, but the other one did, she would go to her for this service, and like we kind of kept it with amongst ourselves, like kept the money in the door.
Mm.
And in talking to someone, they were like, "Man, I just really like, what are your pointers?" And I just said, as a salon owner, my table can run this, because when I opened my salon, I was in there for almost a year before I even hired anybody. But I wanted to make sure that I could support this overhead with or without a
Absolutely.
staff. And then it was like, if I'm okay, if I could go home and I can pay my bills, that's one thing. But if I have all of these ladies at the end of the week paying me to be here, and they're not able to do the same, then I'm not winning. I'm not winning. I'm not
Come
as
on
some
through.
people would say, I'm
Let me
hey,
not a
drop the
boss.
bomb on that. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute, Shakespeare. Hey, everybody on Instagram, Instagram is on fire for you tonight. I gotta drop it again. She said if everybody ain't getting it, she ain't feeling it. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah. So and I'm very
your
grateful
teacher should
that.
be very extremely proud of you. Your teacher should be extremely proud of you. And
Yeah.
I believe teaching and mentoring is in your future.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
Also,
you.
we would like to welcome Esther Jones, our de facto producer, in case
Yes,
you're wondering.
yes.
Hey, how did
So,
y'all come with this idea? So initially, Angie, when we started doing this podcast, it was just Cheryl and I just getting it in. And then we had this wonderful young lady in the chat say, you guys are pretty good, but y'all need to have some people on this platform. And so we was like, that's a good ass idea. Why hadn't we thought of that? And so we always like to shout her out. Her name is Esther T. Jones, which we recommend that you guys go and follow her right here. If you are on YouTube, you can check her out. She's also on Instagram, magnificent, wonderful woman. What's up, LB? I see you in the chat. It's always good to see you.
LBA, she just created.
LB, she just crept in on me. So we're going to show some videos here and get this conversation going. We hope that you guys, if you are in the nail business, I'm telling you right now, Miss Angie is dropping the jewels tonight. I mean, she is really
Seriously.
kicking. I'm like, when you start answering, I'm going to jump on the phone like, y'all better get in because this girl is dropping mad knowledge tonight, okay? All right. So let's show this clip right here. So she talked about starting off with you had to practice, practice, practice. So here is a little clip about a person who just did not have the skills. So let's talk about how do you hone in on getting that skill set together. You talked about, going in and staying and messing up and getting it right. But let's go a little bit more into detail to how you're going to perfect this tools, whatever you want to add to it. So here's this clip right here. Unskilled. Here we go.
So I went to the nail salon and showed my inspiration picture. But they ended up coming out like this. She even tried to file them and it looked horrible.
Okay.
So we know that there is a point in our career where we just don't start off flossy. Like I'm a colorist, I'm a master colorist, and people think I just woke up and can do it. I turn more hair green, I made hair come out. I mean, So let's help the novices out who just I ain't there yet. And how are you going to help encourage, or what advice would you give to people at they really want to do it, but right now they just do not have the skills?
I still practice. Let's start there. It is a never ending. You're never gonna stop practicing, and the moment you feel like you don't have to practice, you're gonna be stuck right where you are.
Ooh, let
Meaning you meaning it's gonna be 30 years from now, and you still gonna be doing nails that look like it's 99 in the 2000. So what you want to do is to never feel like you've made it to a point. There's always room for growth, and
baby. I'm sorry.
like for instance, and this is no shade, but I have to say it. So there's people that say, well, I've been doing nails for 20 years, and in
There,
my mind
there you go.
I say it looked like it, not in a good way. It looked like you've been doing nails for 20 years because the nails look like they from 20 years ago, so
Well, I
it's
got
a
a question.
sure.
So let me ask you a question. Just add, do you follow trends? Like, let's say if do you get inspiration from like fashion magazines?
Sure, you jumped ahead of I got that at the end. Cheryl, you done jumped in. Sorry.
Okay,
Go
so I'm gonna
ahead.
tell y'all
Go
my
ahead.
secret.
Shirley, beat me
Okay,
to
so
the
I'm gonna
punch.
tell
Go
y'all
ahead.
my
Go ahead.
secret. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you
well,
my
because you are a style maven. When you are, because that is that's your wardrobe. When
yeah.
whatever you put on your nails, that's nail fashion. So in terms of where do you get your inspiration? Do you get any
I
inspiration?
go to the art museum a lot. There are a lot of times, whatever I see, what I see. I can go to a car show and I can see a car
Wow.
that has been that's a fly paint job, and I'm
Oh,
gonna go find a polish that is that color, or I'm gonna try to mix it up and make it. Because if I can't find something, I will play around with the different shades and stuff until I get what I'm looking for. So inspiration for me comes from any and everywhere, and that's what helped me with nail art. Like I go to a lot of art shows, patterns of clothing. If I'm out shopping and I go through the home section and there's a painting, I pick up patterns and things from that, like that way. And sometimes I'll take a picture of it and have it in my phone. And when a client says, "Oh, I'm feeling," and I'll ask them, I'll say, "Well, what are you feeling like? What you want, a green? You want to, like, what do you want?" I do let them pick the color because I don't want to pick orange and your favorite, you hate orange. And then I put it on you. And they're not going to tell you no. I promise you they will not say no. I don't know why they can't tell me no, knowing they hate orange and they don't let me put it
Cause
on their
you're
nails.
so cute. I can't. Can you tell her no, Cheryl? You let go. Whatever you want to say.
it would be hard. It would
Me
be.
nails, your nails.
I'm going to be really honest. You do look 15, right?
I do know that. So I have a 14-year-old. And going to the school, that was when I realized um, how much I look like a kid, because when I went in, they would ask for, like, I'll be walking up the hallway, and I normally, when I get my little printout for my sticker, I'm not sticking that thing on me. I throw it in my purse and I get trotting where I need to go. And they were stopping me like, "Where's your pass?" "What pass, sir?" So Yeah, I realized that.
You got a student pass?
Right. And I would pull my little thing that says parent on there, like my name, and he says, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "I'm coming to the
I
office."
have a colleague that sounds like you, and sometimes she tries to curse, and I'm saying, no, no, no. You have to tell your voice that you're angry. That's not going to work the way you doing it right there. That ain't going to scare nobody. Okay.
Oh, that's too funny. Okay, so we're still helping the novice out, and you're
Okay.
saying no matter what, you just have to keep practicing.
Practice.
So now, when they are practicing, are they starting from the rudum to the tutum? Like, what is practice? What are they actually practicing on?
Okay, so for instance, if lines are not your greatest thing, if you can't figure out how to get the lines, then you're gonna practice lines. There was one year I wanted to do Christmas bows really really bad, and I literally set up all night. Kids were sleeping. I'll crack the window in the little sun porch room so the fumes wouldn't, get up through the house. And I did bow after bow after bow after bow until I got it. And then you have to hone in, like figure out what works. So for me, I figured out because figure out what the problem is. Okay. So for me, this particular problem was the acrylic just seemed to be running. So how do you get the acrylic to dry a little bit faster? You dab your brush in some acetone and you blow. And then that is going to get it to dry faster to where you can form the bow. So you have to be a problem solver, a critical
Mm,
thinker. You have to kind of think like, if you know that acetone makes the acrylic set faster, right? You want this bow to dry faster. So dip it in some acetone. It's not going to hurt it. Um so yeah, it's just, and then the tutorials are really good. Like I don't watch them
mm,
because when I've tried to watch tutorials
mm,
and then I try to execute it the same way as the tutorial, it's
mm,
like this is not working. What am I doing wrong?
mm,
Okay.
mm, mm.
Then when I do it on my own with what I know that works, not what's in the tutorial, but what I know works, it's like, oh, y'all were leaving these steps out of that tutorial.
Oh, oh,
You
oh.
tricking the people.
Mm. Look at Cheryl turn. Hey, have you guys ever seen Cheryl turn red on this platform? Now, light skinned people just put all their emotions out there. I've been knowing Cheryl for all my 2 years of my life, and I ain't never seen Cheryl is hard to impress, girl. Let me just tell you. And I'm going to tell you right now, Angee, I ain't trying to blow smoke up your Watusi, but you a bad motor scooter.
Yeah, I usually get off the phone or I'll just say, what the hell?
I mean, by far, one of the most fascinating guests we have ever had on this platform. Everybody on Instagram is loving you. You got mad love over here on the chat. Let me just give you a big fat round of applause right quick before we go to the next question. Okay, this is going really. Go ahead, Sher. What was you gonna say? I'm
You're
sorry.
just,
Go ahead.
you're just smart. Now, let me
Yeah.
just say this because, of course, who would think of a liquid that evaporates fast and
Mm.
takes the
But
water
I,
out of a substance really quick? So if you dip it in the acetone,
Well, I like the way that you are encouraging, because this is Cheryl's thing is intellectual laziness. Is that sometimes when people get education, and me as a salon owner, and I'm like you, I'm like teaching people and everything. I love to motivate. I do notice that a lot of people will like kind of downplay the education. Like I went to school and I got it, and they just want to like leave it on the table. And I'm constantly doing what you're saying, encouraging them, don't throw it away. Like today, we had a guest that came in and his scalp was just really just like inflamed and blah, 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 blah. So we know that in art, like you said, use your knowledge
same
that
thing.
people love to put plastic caps on their head. And we know what's happening to the hair once it's wet all the time. So the technician was just asking everything except, are you wearing the plastic cap? So I said, can you just tell me what do you put on your head when you take a shower? And he said, a plastic cap. And the technician was like, "Ah." And it's to your point. We cannot throw out our knowledge at no time. And I think a lot of time people are fearful of sounding condescending or like a know-it-all. How can you help people with that, where they kind of know something, but maybe they're afraid that I am coming across like I think I know everything, or that could be a struggle. So can help our younger and even some of our veteran professionals with that.
Um, if you feel like you're, because I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm a know-it-all, right? I know a lot of things, but I don't know it all. And if I know something and I obviously see that you don't know that, for me to withhold that from you, it's just gonna, one is it's selfish, and then two, it's you're gonna be still, you're gonna be stuck in that same place, you
Okay.
know. So no, I love sharing knowledge. Like I'm the nail tech that I wish I could have found when I first came out of nail school.
Wow. Wow.
Because I did reach out to a number of people. Like I'm just like, especially with nail art. I had one lady, and I'll never forget. She told me, she says, "Yeah, you gotta, I paid my dues. You gotta pay yours." And I was willing to pay this lady. Like I was willing to pay this lady. So when I opened my space, I only wanted a nail tech that was fresh out of school.
Mm.
Um, and I wasn't worried about her paying or nothing. If she had told me she could work, she wanted to work for free, I would have let her. Because the time that I spent with her and I was able to help and pour into her, she is doing amazing now.
Wow.
Amazing. I didn't mind stopping, leaving my table to go over to hers. It just made, and this is just me though. It makes me feel good to give someone else something that they
Wow.
can take with them the rest of their life and use, and then potentially give to somebody else.
Isn't that amazing, Cheryl? That is just come on, y'all. Instagram. Instagram is on fire. They are loving you. Let me give a couple of shout out. What's up, Tracy Graham? May Huron, my beauty is my beauty. Graham Vet, E. Jones, Miss Patra. Hello, everybody on Instagram. We really, really appreciate you guys. Now, we do have a question for you in the chat before we get ready to go to our next clip. And so this is from Miss Esther, who wants to know. Let me just put it up here, Angie, so you can read it. She says, "Who is Miss Angie's favorite modern artist? And do you have a favorite, like aesthetic? I guess some type of a mode or whatever." Okay.
I like, okay, so I don't have a favorite. I don't follow a lot. I don't
Okay.
follow a lot of nail techs. I just don't follow a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And in the
smart.
beginning, I did
Mhm.
not, and it's just a habit that I brought from the beginning of my career, because I found myself looking at their work and saying, "Oh my God, I'm never gonna be this good. Oh my God, like I'm not this good." So I don't follow. I might follow one or two, and that's just because they kind of got in there somehow. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't follow. If you go on my followers, you'll see I don't follow many. Um,
Okay. Now, what about artists? Like when you say you go to the museum, is
Right.
there some artwork? Like I
oh,
love Salvatore. What's his
I
name?
do.
Dali. Salvatore Dali. Isn't his stuff? Because her work kind of. Remember him, Cheryl? You know Salvatore Dali, right, Cheryl?
I
He does
can't.
that. I'm gonna show you his
I
work. I'm
know
gonna
the artist,
pull
but I
up
can't.
because your work kind of puts me in the mind of Salvatore. Go ahead. Go ahead. Is there any artist that go ahead? I'm sorry.
I nope. I don't have a favorite. I love them all.
Okay, all right. Here, let me just. I'm going to show you just a little bit of. When you see the work, you're going to be like, "Oh yeah." So her nail art kind of jumps out a little bit. A little bit. Where's my present? I know I done forgot how to do this stuff already.
Do you have a
All right,
favorite color palette?
Want to know my? I'll tell you what my favorite color is, and you're gonna look at me like I'm crazy. White.
white.
Yes. So
Oh.
my entire house, I couldn't do white, of course, but my entire house is this color scheme, and gold. That's it. And that's it. That's my favorite.
All right. So here is some of Salvatore Dali's work. You remember that, Cheryl?
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yes,
You so
how it's all like disconnected and it kind of jumps
yeah.
out and yeah. It does some really, really, really nice, cool stuff there. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to, any let me go back to Cheryl. Like, what you
Interesting.
doing? All right. Let me just bring this back down here right quick. All right, there we go. Okay. Okay. So and okay, so there we go there. All right. Melting clocks. Yes, yes, yes. Salvatore Dali. Okay. All right. So here is our next clip here. Now, this particular clip is centered around now Cheryl talked about trends. So I want to give your take on because some people do like trends, but you said you got to be careful. So I'm going to show you a trend that people said that they don't like. So what can you advise the nail techs who are caught up in a trend that they just can't get out of? Like, you know, it's kind of like you could, like, as a colorist, people will come in and they're like, I'm like, no, I'm just not, you know. Okay, so let's talk about trends that you just can't, no matter how much I say I don't want to do that anymore, people just keep asking that over and over. So here we go. Trends. Yay or nay?
The worst nail trends of all time. Duck nails or flare nails. I've said this before, nails look best when they are tapered to your nail. Some duck nails, I will admit, are cute. Some that are overdone could be made with a cute design, but I think in some cases it could be a little too much. Bubble nails literally look like gumballs were put on your nails. Just looks like too many layers. Nail shape is best when it shows the design. I call these the literal nails. Things or ideas are taken a bit too literally. These have blown up all over the internet. They're just disturbing to look at. This is kind of cool. Some are a little too strange. Don't recommend you follow this one.
All right. So those trends, and you just can't get out of them. Like maybe it could be French manicures, whatever. How do you help people enter a trend? What's your recommendations, and how do you exit it, or maybe even create a trend?
Don't let people stick you in a box. Because I'm good, like because I was good at stiletto nails.
Hold on, let me show. They gonna see what you're talking about. I gotta show her. Cheryl, get off this grid. Cheryl, like, show up. Here she go, y'all. Bam. Okay. Oh. Holy shit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So with the stiletto nails, when I first started doing them, it just seems like the shape is so good. I want it. I want it. I want it. And I got so tired of doing stiletto nails. So this is me. I would say, well, you know what? I think you should try this shape. And I'm like, I don't really know. And I said, well, I won't do full price on this because we're trying it out. We're trying it out. I'll give you a discount. And they would, typically like the shape and then stick with it. So I kind of choose my clients' nail shapes for them, what fits their fingers. I don't let them come in and just be like, this is what I want. You might be able to get it off a little bit, but once I'm tired of it, we redirect to something more suiting, because if you have wider fingers and wider finger like nail beds, I know you like square. I know you like them, but it's only going to make your fingers look wider and chunkier. Let's try coffin. Let's try ballerina. And it would be new to them. But then once they see, like, oh, this does look better on my hand. Oh, I like the way it looks. Now that's the shape that's for them. So you have to, one, be knowledgeable about what's good for the client. And it's okay to follow a trend. It's okay to give your client what they want. But don't let it. I don't let. I run my table. I run my table. I don't let nobody decide.
I can go home. Good night. See, that's what I'm doing. Damn.
I don't get stuck up in it. I'll do it and we'll have fun with it. But no, I don't. But it took me a while to get to this point in my career. So it comes with confidence. You have to be confident in you, the work you're producing, the quality. You good at what you do, and you pumping out some good work. That's when you can run the show for real. So that's where practicing comes into play. Practice, hone in, get good, and then that's when you the boss and you call the shots.
All right. So one way, she just told you guys how to get around that rut is to integrate them into suggestions, and you have to run your nail table. All right. Okay. So here is another one. Now this one is what happens when the customer. I came in for this, and I know you just said that you will replicate, but you will not duplicate. But they showed in the picture, they didn't like it. So how do nail techs handle this doesn't look the way the picture? Like I'm going to show you a video and let's help them out with that. Here we go.
I literally just went to go get my nails done and I fucking hate my nails. Okay, for reference, this is what I wanted. Simple, right? Guys, just, this is what I got. Look at, you can literally feel the dots. This finger is completely crooked. Look at this thumb. Oh my god. Look at this. Oh my god. It's not even the apex. Oh my goodness. Trash. And if you guys are commenting on this saying that this is not that bad, if you can just feel it. Oh my goodness. I paid $95 for this plus the tip. I gave $115 total. And I'm freaking pissed because I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna take this off because it wastes so much money and I don't even want them to redo them.
Now I hear this a lot, where women will come into the salon after a nail appointment and they absolutely hate it. They paid, they tipped. So let's help our nail techs out. Is there a way to know this before they left? I mean, can you call? Like what? How do you follow up to make sure that that person is not on social media? Like, look at my color.
I ask questions throughout the service, pretty much after every, and I've had clients that's been with me for about 6 years, and I still, it's a habit for me. One side shape, hey, shape and everything look okay? Yeah, it looks good. At that point, they feel comfortable enough to say no. It's when you get to the very end of a service, if you've been there for an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever the time frame, everything is done, and then you say, oh, you like them? They didn't like them 12 steps ago, but you didn't ask. So they didn't feel like they could just say it. So then that's why they're kind of stuck with that service. So each step, I kind of go, you shaping everything okay? Yeah. Okay. So once I lay this or once the polish, you like this shade? This shade okay? And it's just in conversation. But it's something, again, you have to practice these things, make note of these things, so you don't have that at the end where they go home or they never come back.
Right.
And they're like,
Now I'm
what?
showing this video here as you talk about that, where you're showing the nails. It's almost like, she was talking this through and didn't even know that I had this video. So you could tell that this young lady is truly a pro at what she does. She had no idea that I was going to go to her Instagram page and pull this up, where she's actually showing off the nails where the guests can see exactly what she's doing if she likes it. Now your nails are done. So
They're
should
not
nail
done
tech?
now. Don't look away.
I know, but I'm just saying on this with
Mhm.
this video, the nails are done. So should nail techs have their nails done or should they not have nails on? Because I don't know how you do that with those nails on. So talk about the nail techs' nails. How should their nails look?
For me, typically, I'm known for having one extremely long hand, and then my other hand is short, like that thumbnail. And I have a saying, and people always ask, like, why do you have a long hand and a short hand? One shows the work, and one does the work. So the long hand um shows what I'm capable of doing, and then my shorthand is the one that does the work. So yeah, I think that you are your business. You are a walking advertisement for yourself. So yeah,
So
when you're
I ain't
in
messing with her tonight. I don't know about y'all. This girl, she is a bad mama jamma. Okay, one hand shows the work and the other hand does the work. I just sent a whole thing into
I can tell you right now.
to the RDT
I
crew.
can tell
Like
you
this
right
young girl is fire,
if
fire.
you were in my salon, I can tell you right now, we'd have to sit down and see how, you know, I can keep you here. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
You are
Okay,
amazing.
all right.
thank you.
All right. Okay. Another question. What do you find most about the technological advances in nails within the last few years? And on that note, we're going to show one. I think we got one last clip. And I was going to ask that. Thank you so much, Esther. I told y'all Esther is the whippity snap, but y'all just think I'm talking about. But anywho, so here's our last one. What seems to be I mean, it's everything old is new again. But you can answer the question. But everybody comes in and they talk about, do we sell press on nails? So here's a clip of the latest trend of press on nails. And then I'm going to take Esther, I'm going to take your question down and I'm going to put it right back up for her about technology. But this video is about, it's a revisit. How do they say it? Reimagine our press on nails. Here we go.
So Beatles is changing the DIY nail game with these Instant Apex Tipex nails. These nails are strong. They are not going nowhere. So this is the kit. It comes with nail glue, it comes with a file, it comes with a UV light and a charger, and then of course the Apex nails. These nails are ready to go. You don't need to file them, you don't need to prep them. And I love how these nails come because it makes it so easy to size the nails. These nails don't even bend. Like, this is what I call quality. So I prep my nails off camera, and now I'm just applying the glue to the nail. Even upgraded the glue, which I love. It's more of like a gel-like texture, so you can adjust the nail before putting it under the light so you can make sure it's straight. And once this glue cures, it's actually a rubber texture, which makes it a lot easier to clip off if you have any spillage.
All right, so press on nails are making a come up again. I know it's not technology, so we put our question back up. So, whoops, hold on 1 second. There it is. All right, so here we go. Anything new in the technological advances of nails, and what's your take on press on instant nails?
As far as technological advances, I love the like the dust collectors that they have built into. Or they had some that were built into the tables, that they just weren't like they would go out so much. So now they have some that are like stand alone, and it literally sucks the dust as it comes off of the drill, which I absolutely love that. That is my favorite. Um.
Okay.
And I really don't think there are any other besides the light. I do think that they have. I like the handheld lights where you can kind of flash cure things, especially with nail art. That really works. Um, and as far as press ons, I'm not a fan of them. And I know everybody's gonna say, oh, "What? You don't like press ons?" No, I don't. Because when you lose them, then you're calling me and you want me to make you more. So no, I'm not a fan of them. I'm not a fan of them. You get two extras in your kit because I do have some people that I make press-ons for them, but it is not my main thing. And I only do that for my ones that have kind of been with me for a while, and then they've transitioned in life, whatever, and it just doesn't accommodate acrylics. So I will make my girls some press-ons for those
And
nights.
sometimes people are like traveling and they just need something, I get you. In a
Yeah.
pit, yeah,
Yeah, but
I
when they
get it.
stick their hand in the purse and that press on come off and then they lose it and then they're calling you like, girl, my middle finger, can you make me another one? And I'm like, you had an extra one in there. So no, I'm not a fan of press ons. I mean, for the ones that it worked for, more power
Now,
to you.
is there a brand of brushes? Like, give them some tips on any brushes, any nail art. Like, where could they go purchase stuff online? Just share a couple of secrets of this is my favorite, brush collection. This is my, whatever.
Okay, so because I was a newbie and I wanted to buy the most expensive art brushes that I possibly can because I just thought it was gonna make my nail art great. Don't do that. Do not do it because I have the most expensive ones and I have the 9.99 Amazon ones, right? And those 9.99 Amazon ones were just as good as those expensive ones because my technique is good. So it all boils down to you. I don't care what you use, okay? If you know what you're doing and you've practiced and you've honed in on your technique, you can do it with whatever you have in your hand.
Mm, mm,
So
Girl,
don't buy a $40 line striper brush. Do not buy those. I bought those and I wasted $40 or I wasted 30 because I could have got 12 brushes for $10. Okay, so don't do that.
Okay, all right. So that's a tip on the brush. Now, what about the nail art supplies, like the paint? Like, is there a store, or do you use all different types of like jewels and hoops and whatever? I don't do nail art, y'all, so y'all just kind of work with me, okay?
So I go to Hobby Lobby. And I get a lot of things from there. Then I go to our local nail supply store. For products, I would say go to Luxury. They have, more. They have all of the lines that you might want to potentially use.
Is there
Whereas,
is there is that for like acrylics?
yes, for like
Is there
acrylics,
for Now, is
monomers.
there a such thing as a product line for beginners and a product line for mid and a product line for advanced? Do you see that, or is it just the
Nope.
company's education? No. Okay.
It all boils down to you. So my daughter is 14. She's been laying acrylic since she was probably about 10. And she uses what I use. So I recommend practicing with what you're going to use. Okay. Don't practice with something that sets slow. Okay. Because once it sets slow, time is money. You don't want something that's going to take forever. Because with nails, we can't put someone under the dryer and have somebody at the bowl and somebody in the chair. Our chair's occupied. So that's where your technique comes into play. Oh, worry about art later. I tell people this all the time. Art is great, right? But I don't care how good your art is if what's under it is trash. Okay. I always
Mm.
say what's under your polish, because you have to get that acrylic application, the prep application, and all of that down first. Once you get that down, you can take time on other things like nail art. So work on application, getting your technique, your products, your the ratio down once, because you can speed through that. I bust out an acrylic really quick, and I take
She
my
said,
time.
"Bust it out." Did y'all hear that? Bust it, bust it,
Really
bust it, bust
quick.
it.
Like you get through that real quick, right? You take your time on two things, shaping and nail art. Anything in between shouldn't take you a long time.
See, that's how I'm about. Like if I'm doing some hair, I'm like, I'll go slow around that hairline. I could do that single process. But once I'm getting ready to rock them foils, you
Hmm.
got to be still. You can't be on the phone. No, you can't do it. I'm like Kanye. Don't you let me get in my zone. Once I
Right,
get in that
right,
zone, you don't know how many hot bitches I own. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's on. So I feel you on that. You gotta.
Hmm.
Sometimes you can skirt around it. Where you have to be dead on, and then you can just kind of just let it flow.
got a
Okay, go ahead.
question for you.
Sure.
What is your upsell?
What is my upsell? Like you mean like products and stuff that I sell in addition,
You're
or?
right. I'm used
More
to
art, yeah.
yeah, I'm used to paying you a certain price, but if you wanted to upsell me, what would you sell me?
Well, I have a cream for like hands and feet, cuticle oil pens, aftercare kits. So I have like the little brushes and files. And because I do have a lot of long nail clients and accidents do happen, so I put like a little nail glue in there, a brush, a little band-aid,
Mm.
just and what else is in there? Lotion. Oh, and a card, like a referral card in the bag, and I sell that.
Okay. What about those cuticles as we wind this down? You came in strong, like, I got to look at the cuticles, you know what I'm saying?
I make
Uh,
Hmm.
that nail
so
contact.
so we had Maisie Dunbar on last week, and she was just phenomenal. And she talked about, cutting cuticles and this new thing where they're cutting off all the cuticles, the Russian manicures and all this other Puerto Rican manicures and, whatever you want to call them. So what's your take on cutting off all the cuticles and all this people.
I do not cut off all of the cuticle. Um,
That's
I
two people,
only, yeah,
guys.
I do not cut off all the cuticle. Cuticles are dead skin. Okay, like that is, you should only be cutting dead skin. You should not at any point cut off any live skin. So if it's dead, I cut it. If it's still alive, I leave it. And I understand that it looks really good, but no one shows what those cuticles look like 2 days after the service. They don't say the complaints they may receive, the reactions that these clients may have to putting product on that open skin like that. Nobody says what goes on afterwards. They just show you that
Mm.
one initial good picture. So, and I don't know what happens after a Russian manicure because I've never done one and I've never gotten one. But I always tell people if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. Don't let a trend tell you that it makes sense when it doesn't.
Can you say that? We
So
need her to come over to
in other words, you run your you run your table.
Yeah, I run
Yeah.
my table.
Yeah. So watch out. What's up, Yate? Don't forget y'all
What's
check
up,
out my
Yate?
girl. She was on. She had a good. I'm telling y'all, she had these good shows on. I checked her out Sunday. Make sure you guys go over and subscribe to Real Roots TV. Our girl Yate is in the chat.
What's up,
And so
Yate?
again, we are rocking it out. We are about to wrap this interview up with the one and only. I called you the nail art maven. I know you didn't ask for that, but in case you don't know what a maven is, I'll tell you guys. If Maven was a person. Here, if Maven was a person, sure, let's show them. If Maven was a person, what would
Maven was
Maven?
a person.
If Maven was a person, bam. So you are truly. I don't even want to call you the nail art maven, but the nail professional maven. You have dropped so many jewels. I could use them in my career. I mean, she got me kind of rethinking my own little situation. Like, like, Dosha, come on, get it together.
And by the way, I love your ear gauges.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're really hot.
It's really hot. Okay.
Style mate.
All right, there, style Maven. All right. So, is there anything like? Is there? Everybody has to ask that famous question at the end of an interview. I'm sure it's something we're missing. But for our newbies out here and our experienced people, just the nail techs in general, particularly and men, because men do nails too. Anything that you just want to impart with them about working in their career as a nail tech, like if it's just like one thing or something, I really want to make sure that you guys understand about this and your career as a nail technician. What would you like to share with them? And of course, let me put in your IG handle right quick because I see that's about to come up right now. Is how can we find you? And it's IG, and that's
We're gonna hit
at.
that like button.
Oh yeah,
Subscribe.
let me do that right quick. Hold on. And this is at CLOUR, right?
Yeah.
COLUR
COLOUR dot
dot
and
me
mhm,
dot dad, right? Was that two D's or one D?
two D's and an
Two
underscore.
D's and an underscore. All right, let me get that. All right. So any advice? Let me get that showing down there. There we go.
Continue to practice, and don't compare your journey to the next nail tech's journey. It you can look at someone who has 50,000 followers and their clientele is just like great, but you may not know that they're doing nails for $25 behind closed doors. Like you have to, your journey is your journey. And you're only going to get out of your journey what you put in. So you got to put in the work. You got to take those slow days, and you got to take those days that you probably had a bad day. Everything didn't come out the way you wanted it to. The design didn't come out the way you wanted to do, but that's where practice comes into play, and that's where going back and doing it again tomorrow comes into play, because it's not overnight. And like I said, I've been doing this a while now, and I'm still growing. My daughter, like I said, my daughter's 14. We sit at the table together and practice.
I got a question.
That's before you get that question. I see. Let's do this right quick. Right now, you guys, because y'all stayed the whole time. And we always appreciate you guys. We have like the best family right here on this podcast. But to those of you who are new and returning, please do this right now to help change the narrative about the art of nail art featuring Angee, the nail maven. Here we go, guys. Y'all hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to follow Miss Angee over on Instagram at color.me.bad_. That's two D's. Okay, question. Girl, take it away. Last
Okay,
question.
so I am doing an editorial spread, and I have picked a winter 2025 collection of my haircuts. And so I'm trending in forecasting what women will be wearing in the winter. And so I gave you a particular nice warm color, nice bobs, feathered bangs, and I give you this whole palette, right? And you have the photographs.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to tell you to style me the nails of what women would be wearing in winter,
Mm-hmm.
what would that look like?
I would base it off of the colors, but in the wintertime, a lot of people tend to go for textured nails. It's a lot of like 3D work, matte, a lot of like browns, creams, some blues, darker blues, greens, definitely different shades of red as well, darker though, but you might get a pop of that Christmas red in there.
Let me ask you a question. Would you recommend winter white?
I would.
Yeah,
White is my favorite color. I'm always doing white nails. Um,
yeah. But winter white is that vanilla looking. It's a
yeah,
little, yeah, it's a little dark.
Okay. All
yeah.
And
right.
one more. I've been trying to get chrome, like really, really chrome.
Mhm.
What, like really, like the chrome of a car, like
Yeah.
really. How? What? How do I get that look?
So with chrome, you have to use a black base. So you will put down black polish first. Then there's something called chrome base. It is what helps the chrome to actually stick to the nail. So I put down the chrome base, and then you take the actual chrome powder and you rub
Okay.
it in. Once you rub it in, I put down a matte top coat first. Then you go over that with your shiny, and that is what helps to keep it from chipping. Because I don't know why, I can't figure it out. I've tried to figure it out why the chrome tends to chip. I think it's just the process, but that is what works for me that keeps it from chipping. Because now I wear chrome all the time. I wear it on my toes, but I wear gold. I wear gold toes.
Cheryl, when you come, we'll have to take you to Miss Angee and get your nails did. Okay. All right. All right, Miss Angee, we
Hey,
thank you so. This was a phenomenal interview. You are truly at the apex, the peanut, what's that? The pinnacle, the zenith, all of that stuff. You are at the top of
get
your
to me.
game. And it was an honor to have you bring your expertise and your passion to our platform. And please remember, guys, go over to Instagram and follow her. Now, if they want to make an appointment with you, they can DM you on Instagram or
Yes, and then I also have a booking link that's on my Instagram. And it can be a little difficult to navigate sometimes. I will give people that. So I'm not one of those nail techs that you can't call or text. You can call me or you can text me before 8 p.m. Anything after
okay.
8 p.m. won't be
I
I
hear
won't
you.
respond. But anything leading up to 8 p.m., you got my attention.
All
And
right,
so,
okay. Go
are
ahead,
are
sure.
you professionally and personally happy now?
I am.
Yeah,
I
you look.
You
am.
look it. You look it. You
Thank
look it. What's
you.
up?
Good
What's
for you.
up, Miss Houston? I see you in the chat. How
You
you
know, because
doing? Go
yeah,
ahead. What you
because
gonna say,
people don't
Cheryl?
realize what happens to your business happens to your life, and what happens to your
Mm-hmm.
life happens to your business. And so,
Yep.
congratulations. Yeah,
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All
you are.
right. Well, we thank you so very much. We hope that we can have you come back again if you would be so kind when we talk about
I'd
this
love
topic again.
to.
We'd love to have you come back. Absolutely phenomenal. All right, sure. I think we did good. How y'all think us did tonight? Y'all don't forget. Listen, everybody, this is probably the first time where the number of people that we have in the chat, that's the number of likes we have. And let me tell you
What?
guys, this is how much we appreciate you guys. Yes. So let me just thank all of you guys for hitting that thumbs up button. Sometimes, some nights it's more difficult than others. But tonight, you guys have made Angee feel absolutely wonderful. So thank you to everybody who was so kind to hit the heart button and the thumbs up button to match the number of people we have in the chat. Over on Instagram, good Lord, y'all still coming in. Dang, on the Instagram. We thank you guys so much. Y'all go over and follow her. Once we get off, please go follow this young lady and DM her and text her before 8 p.m. And all of her stuff is up in the link. And we thank you so very much. And you have a wonderful, wonderful night. And I know I got to make some time to come and get my nails did. Okay,
sis, you have the
You know what, Ladosha? I'm gonna come to you, girl.
Cause she know I be busy doing her mama hair. I got the whole family. She know.
I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna get with you to choose a day, and I'm gonna come and treat you. How about that?
I ain't gonna turn nothing down but my collar on that one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna
let me just say this. Let me just say
like I'm gonna fly in. I'll be there that day.
No. Let me just say this, baby. Ain't nothing better than sunny.
California. I knew she was gonna say anybody think about something. It is beautiful there. All right, okay. All right. Thank you, Shakespeare, so much for the love, Miss Angee. You have a wonderful night. We really, really appreciate you.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Okay. Cheryl, that was the bomb.com. I'm just keeping it 100, y'all. Y'all got to give it up to America's favorite podcast about Afro hair.
We love it. We love this industry.
This is absolutely. We're going to be back next week. Now, you guys are going to love this one because now we're going to come back next week and we're going. Oh, shoot, I took the dang on. I'll be doing the most with Miss Tiffany. And we're going to be talking about safe sanitation, what happens when you go. She talked about cutting off the cuticles. Y'all been told there's 2 nail techs that told you guys, please do not mess around with those cuticles. So we're going to have Miss Tiffany. This is her lane. She's going to come in and talk with us about safe manicures and why sanitation and cleansing, all of this is really, really, really important. It's probably going to be a gross burger one. So if you have a queasy stomach, then, just kind of close your eyes real tight. But we have to talk about why safe manicures and everything is really important. Sure, anything you want to close us out with? Because this was a phenomenal podcast.
I have just been inspired to just be able to. One thing I did want to encourage future salon owners, future spa owners, now we have to create businesses where fabulous women like Miss Angee wants to build their career inside of your beauty center and be better bosses, better salon owners. Because I can tell you right now, I would not want her to leave. And because, they do like working for great mentors. And we just got to really make sure that we are putting in all those years of experience. Because
she came from a salon owner who does that. So who did that for her. And if that's your thing, make sure you reach out and let people know, that you're available. You have something for them. So yeah, I agree with you on that. Okay. All right. So we'll see you guys back on Monday on the dumbest shit that people say about black hair. We're going to continue on with our topic of the big chop. We're going to focus on what has the natural hair movement taught us about split ends. Okay. All right. There you go, Cheryl.
Wait a minute, Miss Angee already said, no, y'all can come up here with them $500 and $800 shares if you want to, baby. You better just go on there because if you know what you're doing,
you can make it happen. All right. Okay, guys, y'all have a wonderful night. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up button and share this content on your way out. We truly, truly appreciate you. And you know what we say when we're signing out, right? Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Welcome to learn Pluto.
Oh,